all right. We are live. Light up those pumpkins, everybody, because we are live. It is Halloween Eve. It is Michael Myers Monday. Let's see who else is awake and alive out there tonight. Happy Michael Myers Monday, everybody. Welcome to it. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you're new here, my name is Matt. We are Halloween Daily News, and this little Halloween Eve throwdown that you just found yourself in the middle of this evening, well, this is what we like to call Michael Myers Monday Live. And you are hanging with the coolest horror online community in existence, our friends, the Legion of Michael Myers. What's up, everybody? You made it through another week. You made it through another Monday. And like we always say here, that in itself is reason to celebrate. And it is essentially kind of like New Year's Eve here tonight, because it is, of course, Halloween Eve. Tomorrow is the end of our year, the only year that matters. It all builds up to October 31st, and we are now just less than 90 minutes away from it. And so we're going to be live at least through midnight tonight to welcome in Halloween 2023 here on the East Coast officially. And I hope you'll hang out with us and do that and toast with us. And who knows, if you hang out till midnight, we might have a surprise guest again live in studio here, dropping in for the final countdown to midnight. I don't know. We were talking about it earlier. You know, they should have, or we should have, a dropping of the pumpkin, like they dropped the ball on New Year's Eve in New York City. But you know what? Even more, while that would be fitting visually, of course, I think what would be even more fitting thematically for Halloween would be a lighting of the pumpkin at midnight. But in any case, I digress. So I'm going to turn over here to the live chat and see what's up. Thank you all for hanging out. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Let's see. I see. Congrats to Jason. Just got married. That's awesome. Camp Blood Collections was one of the earliest to check in. Megan Wagner, of course. Mike Johnston. What's up, you guys? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Joe Moody in the house. What's up, man? Team Wolf, of course. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Brett Patrick, what's up, man? Good to see you, man. Happy Halloween Eve to you as well. Rob Windsor is here. Phil is here in the house as well. Happy Michael Myers Monday to you. Andromeda in the house. Awesome. Not driving tonight. That's good. I'm stoked for you. Sam is in the house as well. What's up, man? Good to see you. Zeno's Curious Goods. Did anyone see the third channel yet? Awesome Halloween 30 Seasons of the Witch fan film just released tonight. No, I have not seen that. Thank you for the heads up, though. Yeah, somebody shoot me the link, but I will definitely check that out when we're done here. What's up, David Sewer? Josh Baker Videos. Happy Michael Myers Monday to you guys. AC Fall Guy is here as well. Awesome. I love it. Let's see who else is in here. Railfan 1995, October 30th, 2023. That's right. It is Halloween Eve, and we are minutes away from Halloween. We're going to count it down with you guys. And until we get there, we do have some cool stuff to talk about. We got some news. Fun little news item. We're going to go over all this month's big news stories briefly. And I got some fun video clips to share with you guys. Some more from H45 and some of the panels there. And, of course, we'll do shout-outs at the end. And in just a minute, we are going to jump into poll results from last week, because right now at 10:45, we are launching this week's Halloween 2023 Michael Myers Monday poll. Halloween Eve 2023 Michael Myers Monday poll, I should say. Let's see here real quick. Charles Thomas has also checked in. Thank you for being here. Jennifer Delaney, what's up? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Thanks for being here. That's awesome, Andromeda. Going to see 78 tomorrow in theaters. I love it. Real Fan says, any news on the new TV series or movie or new items? Well, we're going to be talking a little bit about that. Not so much news, but we're going to be going over all of this week's news and this month's news, really. There's been quite a bit.
All right, like I said, the first thing we're going to do this week is jump into our Triple M question of the week poll results from last week, because that'll give us a little food for discussion tonight, and it'll also, once we launch this week's poll officially, give you a little more food for discussion. So let's jump over here to the community tab here on our HDN YouTube channel. And you'll remember last week we asked for any of you, both who attended and who didn't, and kind of attended vicariously, what was the biggest moment from Halloween 45 Years of Terror? And the options we put up there, you can see here, the winner with 53 votes, 42% of 53 total votes, is Malik Akkad's comments on the franchise's future. Many of those comments we have already seen come to fruition. What, at least much of what he was talking about and hinting about there. In second place with 36% is John Carpenter's Arrival, awesome moment. Third place with 9%, Sean Clark's bus tour stop at Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, involving the police. In fourth place with 8%, Tyler Maine's in costume photo op, and in fifth place with 6%, Roland Campbell's first convention appearance. Okay, so for this week's poll, we want to kick off essentially a new year here, or at least wrap up the previous year, however you want to look at it. With a look into the future. And we are all very excited and looking forward to covering and talking a lot about the upcoming TV series and what it looks like is going to be very possibly related movies to that TV series in the future, in the nearer future than we anticipated, than I anticipated anyway, up until a few weeks ago. So, with that in mind, this week's Triple M poll question, we want to know, what do you want to see in that upcoming Halloween TV series? And you guys can chime in here in the live chat as you're watching. But also be sure to chime in over on the community tab when you get a chance this week. And the options I put up, and again, you're encouraged to write your own, but these are just some of the options that are possible. And again, with this franchise, anything's possible. Literally, it's already a choose-your-own-adventure franchise that has requeled itself and rebooted itself more times than most, we'll say. So the options I threw out there is option one is let's continue one of the existing storylines or timelines, and there are many you could pick up from. You could continue from the most recent movie, from Halloween Ends, and follow Allison. Where's she at next Halloween? Halloween 2023, 2024. Where's she at 6 years later? After that little baby that she has in her at the end of the movie is 6 years old. So that's one option. It's already got one vote. Another option is the exact opposite. Start fresh again with a full reboot, which itself brings all kinds of questions. And then your other options here are give me maximum Michael, meaning all the Michael we can take. Another option would be minimum Michael until the next movie. Do kind of what I've been suggesting, focus on a character, let's say Loomis. You could have Michael in it as a character. You could have him talked about. You could even have a young version of him in there, in lurking in the background, so to speak. But it doesn't have to be the main character. So that's one option. And we could always just have a total Silver Shamrock focused story. So those are the 5 options we put up. Obviously, if you have a better answer, please write it in. And if you do vote for one of these 5 options, please explain your answer in the comments as well. And I will open that topic up right here because we, of course, when we're looking at the news of this year, and of course this month specifically, since those Malik Akkad comments at 45 Years of Terror, obviously the big story, the biggest headline of them all has been that TV series announcement and overall that Miramax deal that is, like we talked about last week, very much talking about beyond just this TV series, from all looks of it. So there you go. That's in the community tab, and that is up right now. All right, let's check over here in the live chat real quick before we move into our first new news item of this week. Our big new news item. I told you last week we had a little bit more to look forward to this month. Let's see here. Thank you, Mike Johnston. Appreciate that. Sorry, just getting caught up on a couple of the comments here. Yes, this is the night when they're transporting patients from Smith's Grove. Very often is their transport night of choice, isn't it? It's a good point. Tim Leo has checked in. What's up, man? AC says not really into TV series versions of theatrical franchises. The older I get, the more of a time investment it all gets. I hear you on that for sure. Hopefully it'll be a worthy investment is all I gotta say. I definitely hear you on that. Let's see. Andromeda would love Maximum Michael, but it might be even better to tease us for a while with a TV show, then go Maximum Michael in the movie. That's what I'm saying. Kind of set it up, build it up, and let it all culminate in a show after maybe a season or two of a show. Let it all culminate. And again, I've said this before here. When that news of the Miramax deal came out and the term cinematic universe came out, a lot of people kind of started, getting angry at that. Oh, this isn't Marvel and Star Wars and all. And I think, well, in a way, that's kind of what they're talking about. But I don't think it's quite as complex as maybe some people are thinking. I really think it comes down to probably we're going to have a show, and whether it's about characters we're familiar with already or brand new characters, eventually we're going to have a new movie, and maybe a few of these characters introduced in this show are going to be in that movie, and maybe the show, like we're talking about, is going to, talk about Michael, maybe tease him, maybe even feature some version of him somehow on the news from afar. I don't know. I've said all along that my personal preference, if I could vote, would be a Loomis show based in Smith's Grove, and let Michael be the one case that he can't crack, and show him face all these other crazy cases and how he cracks them, but he just can't get Michael to open up and can't get through to him. That can make for some fascinating storytelling if they went that route. And I think it's very possible they would, because I do think it's Loomis's time, if you ask me. All right. So, like I said, we did have some very cool news break last week since our last Michael Myers Monday live stream. And I told you last week that I thought there might be a little more news from the franchise coming. And of course, it is that brand new mobile game. It's called Halloween, a Match Made in Terror. And I know it's still not that video game that a lot of fans are hoping for, something along the lines from Gun Media, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game that just came out this year with Halloween franchise alumni, Christina Cleve and Scout Compton in there voicing characters as well. And they're the same ones that did the Friday the 13th game. And I still say that it's just a matter of time. Again, trust me, that's going to be happening, I think. But in the meantime, we've got this mobile game. So if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, We did put up a report on Wednesday, October 25th, which was, I believe, not coincidentally, the actual 45th anniversary of the theatrical opening of the original Halloween back in '78. And so we got this official announcement of this brand new mobile game that you can play most awesomely for free. That's what I love the most about this is it's for free. You just download it onto your phone. I want to hear if you've been playing it and if you're enjoying it. No, I've not played it quite yet. I do plan to. This week has been crazy, so I have not even had a chance to. Maybe tomorrow, maybe on the day after Halloween, because it's usually a more relaxing day of rest. A little bit more relaxing day of rest for us. But anyway, here's our pre-recorded report on the new mobile game, and then we'll come back on and discuss it a little more. But in the meantime, if you've already downloaded it, if you're playing it, let me hear from you in the live chat right now. The Shape is now stalking your mobile devices. Hey everybody, Matt here with Halloween Daily News with some exciting gaming news today as Michael Myers is now starring in the brand new Halloween: A Match Made in Terror mobile game that just launched. Halloween: A Match Made in Terror is a free-to-play, officially licensed, immersive Match 3 game in which players will live out this dreadful story by solving hundreds of puzzles, getting stars for moving forward in the renovation of your house, and get extra bonuses to increase your chances of survival. According to the official website, the synopsis for the game is as follows, quote, having escaped and on the loose from Smith's Grove Sanitarium, you and the rest of the residents of Haddonfield must act to survive Halloween night by solving ever-increasingly difficult puzzles using the iconography of this classic film, of course, John Carpenter and Deborah Hill's original 1978 Halloween. Along the way, you will collect special abilities and repair the damage this night has wrought upon this idyllic town. Make those matches as quickly as possible to ensure you stay one step ahead of the boogeyman because, as the great Dr. Loomis said, if you don't, it's your funeral. The goal of the game is to survive the clutches of Michael Myers on Halloween night. And with each successful encounter with the Shape, you will move up the ranks of the leaderboard. The higher you rank, the safer you will be from Michael Myers. Those at the top will also earn additional rewards to help in their journey. Now, you can see the current leaderboard as of right now at 1978halloween.app. That's 1978halloween.app, and we'll include a link in the description of this video. Hey everybody, I want to take a minute and let you know about a sponsor of this video. Kangaskhan Publishing's brand new Halloween horror anthology, October Screams, is out now, available from Amazon. You can find a direct link in the description. October Screams brings you 27 brand new tales, all set around the greatest holiday of all, Halloween. It features stories from authors including Brian King and Richard Chizmar, Jeremy Bates, Philip Fracassi, Todd Kiesling, Gwendolyn Keist, and many, many others. Terrifying, fun, creepy, and at times poignant as well. This volume contains stories for every craving you could have this Halloween season. Perfect reading material for this month. October Screams is available now from Kangaskhan Publishing, available through Amazon. Halloween: A Match Made in Terror is available now, both on iPhone and Android mobile devices in their respective app stores. And again, we have included affiliate links for each of those in the description of this video if you are watching here on YouTube. And in related video gaming news, as we previously reported here, The Shape is also featured in Fortnite this month as part of the Fortnitemares 2023 Halloween event. And he became available yesterday on Tuesday, October 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern and he is available as a wearable skin on Fortnite right now. That's right, you can become Michael Myers on Fortnite for Fortnitemares Halloween 2023 right now. So the shape is totally taking over the video game world this Halloween. All right, give us your thoughts on all of this gaming news, the Fortnite appearance, the new mobile game. Are you enjoying Michael Myers on these platforms? We want to hear from you down below, and happy anniversary to the original Halloween, celebrating its 45th anniversary since its original theatrical release on this day, October 25th, 1978. What an awesome 4.5 decades this has been for Michael Myers fans. All right, we'd love to hear from you down below, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our ongoing coverage of all things Michael Myers here on the HDN YouTube channel. Until then, I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you for watching. So there we have it. The shape stalking your mobile devices as we speak in his own brand new, officially licensed game, Halloween, a match made in terror. Because it's a match game. I think this is pretty awesome. The Fortnite thing is cool. Again, I know it's not exactly the gaming news that gamers have been hoping for and wishing for. Again, I think that news is going to happen in probably sooner than later. But I do think that both those gaming announcements happening this month was pretty cool. And the TV series, I honestly do think at a certain point it was probably a hope, or at least probably in the back of their minds, you know, a scenario that would be something that maybe they could announce at 45 Years of Terror. But the fact that we did get that announcement so soon after, and this month, during the season of the Shape, it's Season of the Witch, but it's Season of the Shape for us. I think that's pretty damn awesome. But I'm going to turn over here to the live chat now because I want to see if you guys are playing the new mobile game. A lot of people are. I've been to the official site, and the leaderboard is up there. So if you're one of the leaders, you're on the website, and you can check them out. Jason and Mike praising some Kills in H4. Yeah, Kills is definitely one of the funnest watches. Probably my funnest watch of the most recent 3. I love it. Yes, Mike, you watched Dark Harvest. Sweet. I'm glad you dug it. Yeah, the 60s time period made it unique and creepy. Yeah, I really liked the whole period aspect of it, that it takes place in the 60s. It gave it a whole different vibe, but just loaded with Hallowsphere, as I always call it, loaded with that Halloween atmosphere. I've seen a lot of good Halloween movies this year, but like I said, that's my favorite, and that one has the most pumpkins. Am I right? I mean, that one has so many pumpkins in it, so many jack-o'-lanterns. I really want to find out if any of those were CGI or how many pumpkins they used in the production of Dark Harvest, because it looks like a ton. And the creature work is awesome, too. That has a link to this franchise. Vincent Van Dyke, who worked on Christopher Nelson's team, he worked on the creature in Dark Harvest. Also, Gary Tunnicliffe, who worked on Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, as well as Halloween Resurrection. He, too, worked with Vincent Van Dyke on the creature Sawtooth Jack in Dark Harvest. So there is a link to this franchise in that respect behind the scenes. There's definitely a link there, but it's just an awesome killer movie. And yeah, I love it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Haha, Teen Wolf carved in Ends pumpkin. Nice. Darlene is checked in. What's up? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Camp Blood says level 24 is such BS, but I'm digging the game. Okay, well I can't wait to see the level 24 BS then. Brett's on level 8 or 9. All right, cool. Cobweb likes Boogeyman, or Sam likes Boogeyman and Cobweb. Yep, I've been talking up Cobweb too. Sam, I hope you check out my interview, speaking of Cobweb, with Alexandra Jagova. She plays the girl, basically the creature in Cobweb. That's our most recent exclusive interview. We published it this past Friday. Very proud of that one. I hope you'll all check it out. But if you liked Cobweb, you'll definitely want to check that interview out. Yeah, Rob, that's what I'm talking about. I think Gun Media would probably be an ideal choice for the game, and if it's not them, I mean, I hope it's somebody that would give it the attention and love that they seem to have given Chainsaw and Friday on those games. Yes, Sam, that mask that MGM sent, that Sawtooth Jack mask that they sent, it was so good. MGM sent it. Yeah, shout out to MGM. Appreciate that. Yes, yes, Mike. Tons of pumpkins. Yeah, the seasonal atmosphere. It was awesome. I watched it. They sent me MGM was cool enough to send us a digital screener link, and they're usually only available for a few days, and I actually watched the full movie two full times during the few days I had it because it was that good. And if I could watch it again, tonight I probably would again. It's that good. Yeah, it would be my Halloween Eve, or technically my Halloween early morning movie if I had access to it again. But I mean, you can rent it. I'm just a broke cheapskate, so not cheapskate, just broke, and so I have to be a cheapskate. So, yeah, definitely check out Dark Harvest. All right, back to Michael Myers. Sorry, guys. City Kitty says just watch Cobweb this weekend, and your interview right after. They were both great. Oh, I love it. That's perfect. Yes. Yeah. Watch the movie first before the interview if you haven't seen the interview, because we get into yeah, you don't want to know too much, but yeah, she's really cool, and I think she's got a great future ahead, and looking forward to what other creatures she brings to life. She teased some other stuff. She's in the new Hellboy movie. Which, if you look up the synopsis that's been released about that, it's going to have to do with some witches. So I can imagine what Alex might be involved in that one. Just using my imagination. So I think that would be pretty cool. Awesome. All right. So I promised you a little bit more from H45 and some more exclusives, including some new stuff that isn't quite out there to the public as of tonight. But first, I'm gonna flash back. Last week we were talking about we've been talking about the bus tour a lot, and we put up our full video coverage. But I wanted to share just a few photos. We're not going to go through the whole gallery here. You can see the whole thing at HalloweenDailyNews.com. But that's shout out to Set Jetter, Robert Patterson. That's our tour guide on bus number 5. And then this was a fun moment when the legendary Dick Warlock himself was just hanging out in the parking lot where H2 was filmed, where he bumped into Boombox Boy, played by his real life son. And he had a little fun throwing some punches, some stuntman punches at one of our shapes. It was a pretty fun moment. And then I wanted to, again, you can see all of these photos. And it's far from only Halloween movies, as you might not know, but we went to many other, like the church from The Fog, Father Malone's church. Here you see these garbage cans. That's from the famous Garbage Day street in Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. But this was some fun stuff that we did out at the cemetery. And there's the famous Sinclair tombstone that is so visible in the film, and that's our three shapes there. And we were having some fun, and so of course I had to ask them to do the Spider-Man meme, which they politely obliged, and it was awesome. And we hit a lot of other cool places. Now this intersection here should look familiar from the opening credits. Of course, we had one of the shapes inserted there. Nice timing. Yeah, now here's a couple shots of Linda's house from the original film. And then here, of course, the famous hedge. And again, there were plenty of shapes around. That's our new friend Trent there, getting his shot from behind the hedge with the shape lurking. And so you can see it from all angles. Our friend David there. All these new friends we met on bus number 5. Pretty awesome. And we'll blast down here to a couple others from the Myers house. There's the five shapes. It sounds almost like a band, and there I am again. You guys saw these from last week. There's the tree where Michael was lurking, looking across the street. Sue being the tree hugger that she is. There's the Strode house from the remake. And here in the H2 alleyway, of course, H2 Michael Myers, complete with his bullet holes stalking back there. Shapes are everywhere. And again, a lot of this is for our friends who couldn't be there with us. I know those of you that were there, this is all very familiar. This, of course, Nichols Hardware Store. Here is the exterior of Haddonfield High School. If we can get it to load up, there it is. And here is the across the street, literally, is the exterior of what would be Rob Zombie's version of Haddonfield Elementary. I should say that. The remake version. And this, of course, the Mustafa Akkad Memorial Bench in South Pasadena. Pretty awesome that South Pasadena did that for the great Mustafa Akkad. And then we got to share this. This is from the Strode house. These guys were so cool. This father and son. And yeah, they came out. And of course, everybody just loved this kid and his little Michael outfit. And this is his dad, and we of course gave him a sticker, and his dad's proudly displaying his HDN sticker for us there as his kid stalks him. Love these guys. Totally just made our day. And yeah, that's me taking the walk that Lori did, and of course got to get my shot on the stoop as well. This was an interesting one. Our bus was actually H345. So for all you Halloween 3 fans, pretty interesting. And also the 45, H45, pretty damn cool. All right. Now, we did play some new panel video last week as well from the Men of Michael Myers panel. We've since published a longer version of that, but I do want to go back to that favorite kills question among all those guys, because I do have the proper version of that we didn't have available last week that actually does include the legendary Dick Warlock and the great Don Shanks answers to the question of their personal favorite kills, Michael Myers kills. So, if you'll indulge us as the countdown to midnight continues, we're going to play the proper favorite kills, Men of Michael Myers, Men Behind the Mask clip, including Dick and Don's answers. Now, apologies in advance. The audio is still far from good during their answers, unfortunately. I told you last week we had some audio issues during portions of this particular panel, and it's still far from good, but it's a lot better than it was. I was able to improve it a little bit. So, believe it or not, it was a lot worse than this originally. So, I'm going to be right here in the live chat. This was fun to listen to these guys last week. So, we're going to play the clip again, only this time it'll begin as it should with the audience question, followed by Don Shanks' answer and Dick Warlock's answers. And then the rest of the panel's answers, all of which are cool. And I think worthy of listening to, even if we've listened to them already. We're going to listen to them again because it is our Halloween Eve edition and kind of the greatest hits edition, some of the best, coolest stuff that's happened in the last month. And this was literally exactly, it's hard to believe that's been 1 month, but it was September 30th, Saturday of age 45. So check it out.
If you don't have an answer, that's fine, but I am very curious to know from each one of you what your personal favorite kill is from your movie. If you have it.
I had one that didn't show up until just a couple of years ago where I killed Dr. Death. That, when I get out of the river and I'm on the slab for a year, and he does the tattoo on me, which is eternal life or whatever. But on Halloween, above me was this rock with a point on it, right? And it was moving. And when I come back to life, the rock stopped. And he comes over to me, I grab him by the throat, pick him up, break his back, throw him on the altar, and I put the rock through his chest. That was kind of a favorite. They just now put it back in, that I've heard. I haven't seen it. Don't show that thing in front of me. Everybody knows what my favorite scene was, right? The hot tub scene. No, not me. I never saw those. I never saw she had her back to me all the time. I mean, the whole time. And when I finally got to see the film, I said, oh my God, those are beautiful. They were.
I think Dick Warlock put the D in Dirty Old Man. I actually have, as far as kills go, there's kind of two for me, because in 2018, there's the window kill. And if I were going to kill somebody, that's exactly the way I'd do it. Quietly, efficiently, get in, get out, get it done, and just make her pay a little bit along the way. But the Cameron kill, the snapping of the neck on the stairs, that was so gratifying. That little son of a bitch deserved it. And so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I'd have to say that I got two also. The nurse kill in H2, but also Big Joe Grizzly.
Well, I think it was rather unusual, but to be able to kill somebody with a shotgun, impaling him in the door, that was significant.
I think for me was the Corey Cunningham's mother kill. That was that was on the extended release, and there's a much longer version of that. And I got to throw our double through a cabinet full of porcelain knickknacks and stand over her body as she pled for her son not to know what just happened, and little did she know that it was her son who did it. That was a super intense and beautiful scene, the way that our DP shot it with David. Michael's a genius, and him and David just got in there and made it so artistic. So I think that's on the extras. I love that kill so much, but there's even a more extended, more beautiful version of that as well that I would love to see one day.
I didn't technically get to kill anybody. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but I appreciate you allowing me to sit here with you even though I haven't killed anybody. But designing the kills on kills, I was gonna say the same thing. The Cameron death, that whole sequence is so, I enjoyed doing that with you, Jim, and it's so emotionally impactful because you have Allison there witnessing every moment of the gruesome nature of it, so it magnifies the power of the whole thing. So I would say the Cameron kill as well.
For me, I think the favorite kill was Adam, when I stab him and lift him up. And it's probably not for the reasons you would think, although it was a nice scene with him twitching in the air. Really, the scene had nothing to do with him. And that's why I liked it. He was an incidental kill, and the entire time I was looking at Jamie. And it was all to get in her head and just mess with her. So that probably was the most impactful.
Well, we talked about the Laurie Strode death, but I have to say that one, of course, because it's so unique. And but if I had to pick a second one, I would tell you that the chopping of Katie Sackhoff's head at the top of the stairs, and I just thought it looked so realistic. When I watched the film, it just kind of freaked me out. Plus, I love Katie, and but I would say that'd be my favorite kill.
My personal favorite was impaling the father in the basement and into the electrical box and his head exploding. And then my second one was in the barn, impaling her on the farm machine. If you remember that, it was actually a scene where I put my hands up. It was almost like a moment of compassion, and then I pushed her onto the machine and then turned it on. Shoot her up.
I didn't do any kills. James did all that brilliant work. So.
Doug, I'm sorry, I missed you before, and I'm sorry, I apologize. I did want to ask about one of your earliest, if not your first, was stunts on Freddy vs. Jason, correct?
Yes.
So what was it like to come back all these years later and do another Masked Man? You did Double Jason, right?
I did the ending. I ended the movie as Jason and Freddy vs. Jason. I was a huge Halloween fan and huge Freddy Krueger fan, so working with Robert Englund was pretty unbelievable for me as a young guy. And there was a movie in 2015, Halloween Returns, that I was up for, and it never got made. So the fact that Aaron called me to double James was pretty thrilling to finally put that mask on, even if it was only for one quick moment. But it was great watching James on set, because I feel like he really took the character up to a whole nother level, and watching him work was pretty amazing. It was incredible.
I've got to say, Doug saved my ass twice, all right? First of all, that jump off the SUV, when Aaron and I were rehearsing in the soundstage, Aaron's like, look, we're gonna double you off this. I jumped off once just to show him I could do it. And I also in my head went, yeah, I'm not doing this, So Doug, because Doug, this is what a good stunt double does, is they're there for the moments when you really need somebody to take the bruise or the hit or the broken bone or the concussion. And speaking of concussions, in stunt fighting, you go hard to the body because the camera needs to see the physicality of physical fighting. But to the head, you never hit somebody in the head. You can be 10 feet away, swing your fist, guy snaps his head, looks like you just knocked the crap out of him, but you haven't even touched him. It's all about how you sell the fight to the head. But David wanted to see what would happen if that bag of bricks, the rubber bricks, which were heavy, was how it, and Aaron explained to him, no, it doesn't work that way. David came to me, I said, no, it doesn't work that way, David, but he wanted to see it. So Aaron and I stepped out to the side. Now my sparring partner in college was a 285-pound super heavyweight that Joe Frazier picked up. So I know what a big punch feels like, right? Aaron very deftly clipped the top of my head, and it was like, ooh, that was a big punch. And Aaron right away goes, nope, you're not doing it. So Doug was so respectful when he came out. He's like, look, I don't want to take anything away from you. I don't want to take credit for anything. I'm just glad to be here. Anything I can do to serve, which is the attitude you want from your stunt double, which is the attitude everybody wants on a movie set. So they call Doug out to take the hit with the bag, and it's not going to work. But David wanted to see it, and Doug's walking out, and he's going, hey man, very respectfully, I'm just, and I'm like, oh bro, don't worry about it, man. Have fun. and Doug told me, and I watched it, and it's like, whoa, she wound up, hit Doug in the side of the head, and his knees buckled, and I went, dude, you just earned your pay today. and Doug told me, it's like, dude, she knocked the crap out of you, didn't she, bro?
All right. Yes, I am here, even in darkness. There we go. All right. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. I'm glad you enjoyed that clip. The proper way, at least better than it was last year. At least all of them got to answer this time. And yeah, unfortunately, some of these panels, we didn't get the entire thing. Like with the Carpenter one, we did get the whole thing. But we got some highlights. So I appreciate your comments on that. And as well as all the conversation I'm seeing going on here in the live chat. Thank you, AC. Yeah, I mean, again, that panel was fun because it was 11 of them total, and 10 of them have played Michael Myers. They also had Corey DeMeyers up there, who has not played Michael Myers, but he was Rowan's stunt double in Halloween Ends. So he played Corey Myers in Ends and got to do a lot of that stuff. And I loved his pick too, because if you've not seen the deleted scene of Corey killing his mom, and the fact that he says that there's even more than what's in that deleted scene. That deleted scene, of all the deleted scenes from Ends that are included in the bonus features on the Blu-ray, that one of Corey's mom's death is the most mind-boggling. Like, why did they delete that one? To me, that I agree with him. I would like to see the full version of that, because, I mean, if you've seen it, let me know what you think. But I love that scene, and of all the deleted scenes included on there, that's the one that I'm the most like, oh my gosh, why didn't they keep that in there? It was so awesome, and just so twisted, and like he says, it's like, it's him killing his mom and stuff. It's crazy, but a lot of good picks there. So again, I'm challenging you guys, of those answers now, what's your favorite? And some of you are chiming in on that. So but I love hearing their input, and you can hear a lot more of their input. Like I said, we do have our full video coverage from that panel, which is everything we've got. Again, we missed some in the beginning, unfortunately, including a nice little kind of tribute to the great late George Wilbur, George P. Wilbur, who of course passed recently, and a lot of those guys that knew him, A. Michael Lerner and Tom Morgan, Dick Warlock and Don Shanks, they spoke about him a bit, and unfortunately we don't have that portion on video, but and there's a few other moments we don't have, but anyway, we got a lot of it on there, and hopefully you will take the time and enjoy that. Now, our next video from H45 that's going to be dropping tomorrow, Halloween Day. This one we did get almost the entire thing. I mean, there's a few little bits here and there,
But for the most part, we got the full bit of it, and the audio is considerably better on this one as a whole. And it's almost an hour long. Now, I'm not going to play the whole thing tonight, but I do have a brand new clip, something we haven't shared anywhere. You know, I always like to give you guys first dibs on something every now and then when I can. I can't always every single week, but I try to when I can. So I got a little preview of our next panel video, which will drop in its entirety tomorrow. And this one is from the film that started it all. The one, the only, the classic, the original Halloween 78. And it's the reason we're all here. It's the reason all the others exist. It's the reason this whole thing exists. And as you know, since our last gathering last Monday, over the past 7 days, specifically on October 25th of this past week, we marked the actual 45th anniversary of the theatrical opening of that original movie, Halloween, back in 78. So I thought it was fitting that be our next panel, our Halloween Day panel. And here on Michael Myers Monday on Halloween Eve, as it's the 45th birthday week, launching into year 46, literally. We're into it now. It's a whole new era, like I said last week. And as we are launching into this new era, and for us, and for many of you, very much a new year. November is very much like New Year for us, more than January. That's calendar New Year. Halloween New Year's how we live. But anyway, so I'm going to give you a little preview of this. And I forget how long it is, because I'm going to started drinking a little bit before tonight's live show this week. But it's Halloween Eve. But I think it's around 8 or 9 minutes, I believe. And in any case, just like that one, I'm going to be right here with you in the live chat, commenting along. And again, we're going to have lots more from this panel when tomorrow morning, when the full video is posted. Now, in the panel, you will see Nick Castle, PJ Souls, Nancy Loomis, John Michael Graham, Will Sandin, and Sandy Johnson. And it is moderated by Count Piggy D. Now, the question they are answering in this, it's not favorite kills this time. No, what they are discussing in this clip, as I pull it up here, it is their reaction the first time they saw that original film all those decades ago. And we got each of their responses to this one, which is another reason I chose this clip. But I thought it was very fitting because, again, this is a question that I myself have asked many times in many interviews. I've even asked a few of the people in this clip myself this same question in years past. But it's still a relevant question, and it's an evolving question, because even if I asked them that question 10 years ago, hearing their answer again today, especially in the case of someone like Sandy Johnson, who 10 years ago had no idea what this franchise meant to us, much less what she meant to us and all that, or, you know, just PJ Souls, who wasn't a part of the new movies 5 or 10 years ago when I 10 years ago in 2013 when I first interviewed her. So, you know, all this stuff is evolving anyway. So to revisit even some of the same questions sometimes is kind of interesting and fun. So anyway, it's about 8.5 minutes long. I'm here in the live chat. We're going to watch this, and we're going to come back, and we're going to discuss. We're going to do some shout outs, and we are going to hang out until midnight, until we literally count down the seconds. And like the pumpkin, I wish I did have a pumpkin here to light, but you get the idea. I'll light this one over here. How about that one? And it'll be Halloween 2023. So for now, I'm going to mute my mic, and I'll be right here in the live chat. Enjoy this clip from the Halloween 78 panel, and look for lots more from this panel dropping tomorrow, October 31st, Halloween Day, to add to your Halloween viewing enjoyment. And again, we've seen these panels. It's always, we've heard some of these stories, but and I myself have even asked the same question to even some of these same people. But I mean, tell me if I'm crazy for thinking that. But I do think, you know, as time goes on, even revisiting the same question 5 or 10 years later, you know, a lot changed in the last 5 years, definitely in the last 10 years, and in some cases, specifically to some of these people. So, really cool. Check this out.
What was your impression of the film the first time you saw it?
Me?
What was your impression of the film the first time you saw it?
Well, the interesting thing was, unlike everybody else there, I didn't have the full script. So I didn't know the full script. I didn't know that my brother here was going to grow up to be a big masked man and kill everybody. So when I got to our little premiere and saw the film, it scared the hell out of me. So yeah, it was very exciting to see it. It was very scary, and to me it was a total surprise because I had not seen the script. I'd never seen the mask or any of that. So yeah, it was an interesting evening.
Now, Will, can you still do the face?
The face from you mean from that scene?
The face.
Yeah, I guess. He just said, take a blank look, don't look at the camera, and...
There it is, unforgettable. John, did you have an impression of the film the first time you saw it?
Yeah, you know, I think I've said this a few times, but I thought it was going to be a terrible movie. Because when I was on the set, you know, we filmed the murder scene, and I don't know, I guess I was expecting it to be a big Hollywood film. I don't know why I would think that, but I did. And so, you know, me standing on a box and going like that just felt like, okay. And I've told everybody this, holding the knife under my arm. It's not even attached into anything in my chest. I'm holding it under my arm, praying that I'm not gonna let the knife drop during a take so that I'd screw it up. So, you know, I just thought, well, this is probably gonna be a bad film and it'll play in drive-ins or something, which happened then. And it would go away. And so this was a shock when I saw the film and thought, this is a decent film. This is a good film. You know, and you know what, as we've said, I think all of us a billion times, the music in the film makes all the difference in the world. And and at the time, the music was a little bit different, something that most people weren't used to. So the whole thing added a great thing to the film. So it was a great experience and quite a shock to me. Still quite a shock to me that this film is a great film. Yeah.
I'd love to know what your impression was of the first viewing of the movie.
Well, I'm had a similar experience to you, John, because I remember at the wrap party, we were all joking around. I don't know if you guys remember this. We were all joking around saying, you know what, we're going to be here and it's going to be Halloween 20. And we were joking about it, right? You know, wouldn't it be? Because I guess we were really just so glad that the film was finished at that point. So we were just joking about it and laughing about it. And then when I saw the rough cut, I was really worried. I thought, oh, this movie's kind of flat. I didn't know that much about filmmaking, you know. And then I went to the premiere and I was terrified. I was horrified, and at the same time, I was so thrilled that it was so scary and really good, and it was because of the soundtrack. I felt like, the merging of of the picture and the sound was just astonishing. So it was a lesson for me as a neophyte in the movie business. But I still am not very good at reading a script on the page and imagining the whole thing. So I still have trouble with that, whether it's a play or a movie. So, but anyway, that was my experience.
Yeah, from the script, I don't think you could tell, really. But at that point in my career, I was most interested in hoping that I would do a good job as an actress and wanted to bring something special to the role. So I put in a few more totalies. But when we did see the first cast and crew screening, I just remember being completely tickled, first of all, at the opening credits with the pumpkin. I thought that was really amazing. And then hearing the music, it just was spine tingling. And I just thought, wow, this is really something. And it made me happy because I really liked John Carpenter and Deborah Hill, and I thought they were such a good team. And I thought, wow, they really put together this very magical movie. But no way did I ever think, wow, this was going to last 45 years, so, but I'm glad it did, and I'm glad you all still appreciate it and find the magic in it that we felt when we were making it, and obviously it was real.
I don't remember the first time I saw it. Where was the cast and crew screening?
Was that the director's?
Huh.
Yeah.
Didn't make much of an impression on me, obviously. I can't remember seeing it. The first time, I remember reacting to it. I went the first week it came out, and I went to a screening of the movies in Hollywood just to see how it was playing, and people were, getting scared, and so I called John up and said, "Hey, John, the movie's working." So that was what I remember doing, and at the time, I kept thinking, this is clever, Halloween, a movie about called Halloween, on Halloween, a murder on Halloween, all that stuff I thought was clever, babysitters. So I was, you're a friend of the creators, both John, Deborah, and Tommy Lee Wallace, we haven't mentioned yet, who found and created The Mask and was the production designer and co-editor. All these people are close friends of mine, and so you're just hoping against hope that it'll, take them another step towards a career, a real career. And look what happened. That was great.
What did you think of your performance the first time you saw it? Did you think, oh, that's me, or did you really get into that was the shape?
I thought it was either me or Marlon Brando. I can't remember what I thought. No, I don't remember exactly. I've seen, it's funny, I've seen it since, obviously. Every once in a while I go, let's see. But, I just remember every time I jumped out of the shadows. So nothing was ever scary for me. And I always felt like it was, who made those scares wasn't Nick Castle. It was really the characterization of that Tommy and everyone came up with. And John, knowing when to pop out of the shadows at the right time. So it's hard to, separate that from my performance.
Yeah, that was a fun, historic panel, to say the least. This was another fun image I didn't share earlier. I made it part of our thumbnail for this week and our promo image for this week's Triple M Live. But this was another fun image of our three shapes from bus number 5. Shout out to everybody on bus number 5 at the famous Hedge, of course. yeah, I loved that panel. I loved all the panels we were able to be in. We weren't able to even, like I said, be in there for the entirety of a lot of them. But, you know, the 78, of course, we were there for the whole thing. And you'll be able to see all of our video coverage from that tomorrow, Halloween Day. Happy Halloween on that. Yes, David, you were there. You know it. That was a great panel. And I just love all their answers on there. And I love how, you know, Nick kind of wrapped it up and brought it all home. That it wasn't really, you know, the Nick Castle scares. It was an overall creation. And he acknowledged, of course, Tommy and just the whole thing of it. And let's all remember the first Michael Myers ever on screen. Literally, all respect to Will Sandin, the first face of Myers, literally. But the first Myers, as we all know, the great Deborah Hill, the late great Deborah Hill. So pour one out for Deborah on this Halloween Eve. We got about 13 minutes, less than 13 minutes until it's actually Halloween. So we're going to go ahead and do shout outs now, just in case we have to make room for a special visitor dropping in. But let's keep the favorite kills talk going. I like that. You know, I like hearing what those guys pick as theirs. They all had some great ones. You guys know mine. I've talked about it many times here. I mean, you guys know mine. I tell you what, let's do shout outs and see if you guys have been paying attention and can name my favorite kill. I've not been shy about saying it. I don't usually rank a lot of things. I don't like that because my opinions change from day to day, especially when it comes to rankings of things. But not my favorite kill. That's been a clear number one. You guys chime in and let me know if what my favorite kill is. And meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and do tonight's shout outs. But don't start dozing off yet because we're not done. We are definitely going to go through midnight and bring you in to Halloween 2023 tonight. Okay. But first, some Michael Myers Monday social media shout outs. Because as always, you know, Michael Myers Monday means something different to everybody, and that's what we love. We started it back in 2013, and it's just taken on a life of its own. So we celebrate that this Monday and every Monday. And all of you that celebrate it, we celebrate you. So, starting at Twitter, or the site formerly known as Twitter, this one was posted today by Melissa Salvatore at Salvatore Espresso. And I posted it because that's the awesome 5-foot Michael Myers inflatable by Jemmy that we own as well. Watched my unboxing from a few years ago. He's awesome. He's out in my front yard right this minute as we speak. But yes, I have to bring him in every night because I'm paranoid that his head's going to blow off or something. All right. Only one more from the site formerly known as Twitter this week. And this one is from our own City Kitty in here, Minoka, and one of our loyal friends and part of the Triple M crew here. And I love, you got the witch animatronic out there from Home Depot. I love seeing that. You got another witch over here, the cauldron. I mean, you got a ton of awesome decor. Of course, the Dracula cat. Of course, we saw Michael Myers on your porch last week. I know he's up there. Thanks so much for tagging us, Bella Mugosi. That's pretty funny. It's pretty good. I like that. All right, let's move over to IG for a minute and we'll play a little bit of this one from our buddy Dag Farrick. He's at Great Dag Official, and I love that he's paying tribute to his Michael Myers, his place in the Myers legacy here. You should follow Dag, support him, support his music. He's a good dude, and we're big fans and supporters of his. And it was great to finally meet him face to face. I had the pleasure of interviewing him earlier this year. He's actually how we kicked off our 45th anniversary year of this, covering this franchise. So be sure to check out everything he's got going on. He says here today, happy Michael Myers Monday and Halloween. Love that. All right, another one from Instagram. This is from
Michael Myers of IG. And you guys know I'm a big fan of the Rob Zombie films, and I love the escape mask, that orange pumpkin escape mask that Tyler Mane wears in the beginning of the film. I totally love it. And Michael Myers of IG here, making the most of, I'm always just a big fan of whenever Michael wears something other than his standard mask. I love the Brute mask in H5. I love the Mummy look in H4. I'm always a fan of that, but always love that escape mask, and that's a good looking version right there. Okay, and one more for tonight from Instagram. This is from Matt1199. He says simply the night before Halloween, and we've seen this image before. It's from a great Fright Rags video that they did, actually called November 1st. I'm sure they'll share it again this year on November 1st, as they always do, and it's hilarious and great, but it also works for this caption. I really like this, and I think we can all relate the night before Halloween. And yes, we are sharing Michael Myers Monday posts from TikTok now. This is when you've survived your Monday shift, and so did all of your coworkers. And we've got a dancing Michael here. Again, we're not going to play the copyrighted music, but as you can see, like I always say, Michael Myers Monday taking on a life of its own and a meaning. It means whatever you need it to mean for you. For some people, they are attacking Monday, like Michael. Other people, they're surviving Monday, like Lori. And this one from our buddy Josh Smith. He is one of our regular viewers here in Michael Myers Monday Live, and one of our friends. We see him every year at Haunted Screams Expo in Hampton, Virginia. He's a ghost face cosplayer, among other things, and I appreciate him giving us a shout out. He is plugging Halloween Kills in this TikTok video, and he is giving us, HGN, a huge shout out because that Halloween Kills mask he purchased from us. Appreciate him giving us that shout out. Thank you, Josh, and happy Michael Myers Monday and happy Halloween 2023 to you, sir. And one more for this week from TikTok. This one, I don't know how to take this. I mean, it's a little more serious than we like to get, but apparently this is a real thing. A man in a Michael Myers mask is attacking people in Omaha, like for real. And this isn't even a joke, and so we're not laughing about this, but it is a Michael Myers Monday tagged TikTok that kind of blew our mind. Yeah, don't be bringing a bad name to our favorite fictional serial killer now. We don't need none of that. Now, as always, we encourage you guys on whatever your social media platform of choice is, tag us in your Michael Myers Monday posts. If you're posting on Michael Myers Monday, you want to tag us. There it is right there, hashtag Michael Myers Monday. But you also want to tag us as Halloween Daily News. And if we're on Instagram, it's Halloween Daily News. We're on TikTok as well. You can find us there. We even got a Snapchat, I think. We've got all them things. But, and if you're on Threads, the new app, we're on there as well. And I can't really search for the hashtag there very easily. They don't make it easily searchable, at least not so far. So I would encourage you to tag us on any of those apps. Then I'll see it. You can also shoot us a DM and say, hey, it's so-and-so from Triple M Crew. And we'll give you a shout out, or we might give you a shout out here. I can't promise, can't guarantee. We get a lot of people tagging us sometimes, some weeks. And tomorrow there will be a lot of reposts, a lot of retweets and reshares and all that stuff, because a lot of you guys will be sharing some amazing stuff, your decor, your cosplay, your costumes, your Halloween festivities, and of course we want to see it all. I look forward to seeing it all. I can't wait to see it all. And oh my gosh, I'm looking over here. We're like less than 3 minutes and counting. Let's go over here to the clock. Yep, it's according to the official clock here, at least the one I'm going by, it's 11:56 and 50 seconds. We've got about 3 minutes to go. I wonder if I can put that up on my screen. Hang on, let's see if we can make that happen. Yeah, we might be able to do this. Give me a second, guys. And we'll have your exact. I mean, it's not gonna appear as a countdown. It's actually just a by the second clock, but at least you'll see what we see when we see it. And we'll do that right when it gets down to the last minute or so. And then we will welcome in Halloween 2023. We've already welcomed in last week a brand new era of this franchise with that TV announcement, with the Miramax deal. There is really no end in sight for this franchise at this point, which means there's no end in sight for Michael Myers Monday, the hashtag, the celebration, the weekly event, and of course now the live streams right here that we do every week with you guys. And I'm going to make sure I've got my traditional Michael Myers mango twist ready to go. Jason's going as the shape for trick-or-treating tomorrow with the family. Hell yes, man. I do every year. And my son, he's 16 this year, so he's not really, like last year was the first time there was like not too much of the trick-or-treating, but he's awesome because he's our kid. Of course he's awesome and he loves Halloween, so we go and, you know, he just is going to go and be his vampire self, and we're just going to enjoy the festivities. Unfortunately, there is rain in our local forecast for tomorrow, so not too excited about that. Yes, Teen Wolf, I agree. It's totally unfortunate. All right, we are less than a minute away. All right, let me see if I can put this on screen for the final countdown. Oh, and we've got somebody in here. We got the countdown on screen. And look, we've got a special guest star just popped in to welcome in. Oh, here, let me rearrange that. There we go.
Hey guys.
There we go. Look who it is, everybody. It's Sue. Sue is here to celebrate with us. Oh, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Happy Halloween! Awesome, awesome. Happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Michael Myers Monday. It's officially Tuesday for us, but every day is Michael Myers Monday.
Actually,
like every day
still
is
Monday
Halloween.
in California.
But it's Halloween.
Yes.
It's always Halloween, and I always say we don't get too into the countdowns here because part of the whole idea, well, no, part of the idea of Halloween Daily has always been that, you know, it's always been that every day is Halloween. So the countdowns, you know, we try not to.
Right. Not on this year, but I still think a jack-o'-lantern dropping like the ball.
Well, I said that earlier.
Okay.
But
that's my idea.
But what I also said earlier that you weren't here for is, yes, while that is visually perfect, symbolically even better is the lighting of a jack-o'-lantern. And I see you brought something with you.
Okay, so first, haven't you even noticed my face?
Yes, I love it.
Okay, our 16-year-old, you know how 16-year-olds are. he sent me a TikTok video today and said, "Mom, I want my makeup like this." And I'm like, "Really? You want me to help you?" So I decided to practice all myself instead of him for like 5 hours tomorrow, because you know how I can get with those things. So yeah, it's the lips. I don't know. I think it'll be good though. And I did
He's going to be a vampire, by the way. Or he is a vampire already.
Look,
But
I have one done.
yeah. What do you want to tell him this?
Yeah.
That this is your.
Yes. I can't be the only one out there. Who loves gutting the pumpkins? Anybody?
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah,
your favorite
it's my favorite
part
thing
of,
to do.
of like actual Halloween.
Yeah, like
itself
I
is
started just giving you my
the
pumpkin
gutting
to do the
far
face.
more than the carving or anything like that or the costuming.
Yeah.
It's the gutting.
Right.
That's the number one. Your number
Yes.
one favorite part.
Yeah, because I love it. It's just so gratifying, and I probably got pumpkin seeds in my hair.
So needless to say, Sue gets the honor of gutting the family pumpkins, and
Yeah.
and then we'll begin carving any minute now because now it's Halloween. So yeah, once we
I
get out
can't
of
be
here,
the only one who loves that.
no, I'm sure there's going to
I
be
haven't
others
found another
that love.
person yet, so maybe I should start like a side business, kind of like side hustle next Halloween week.
Well, yeah, I mean, no, I think certain people definitely enjoy the gutting.
Yeah.
It's something therapeutic about it, maybe.
Yeah, works for me. I don't know. Anyway,
But obviously, we have some carving to do.
yeah, I've got 5 more people. 5, and this is like the smallest.
The smallest of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make the chili.
Oh yes, yeah.
You should ask other people to see if they have any traditions.
That's
their
true.
family
Yeah,
traditions.
yeah. Well, what is your favorite Halloween Day food? Now that it's Halloween Day officially. You know, the witching hour is upon us on, Halloween the 31st officially, at least here on the East Coast. But yeah, what's your food of the choice? We're gonna have some chili that Sue is gonna pre-cook for us this evening, and then we're gonna reheat it tomorrow. And inspired by the great Sandy King, in my recent conversation with her, we heard her talking about Halloween at the Carpenter household, and we were like, that sounds pretty cool. That chili made, because we all love it as a family, and
Again, the picky 16-year-old.
But what do you guys? That's a good question. Let's see. Now everybody's saying hi to you, of course.
Hey guys.
Yeah, everybody's been saying hi to you.
So
Mike
Halloween
and
Day
David
for us.
Suber,
That's why I'm gonna do all
City
the
Kitty
gutting
and Phil
tonight.
and Jason and everybody is saying hello.
'Cause tomorrow is crunch time, people. Yeah, and it's always like we never ate, and then it's time to go trick or treating, and then we have some candy, and then we're starving. So
That's true.
yeah, that's why we need to figure out. And I think the chili's gonna work this year.
Yeah.
And for every year.
Yeah, I think it's good. And yeah, it's been, I don't know about where you guys are, but we are here on the outer rim of North Carolina. It has been unseasonably warm
Oh,
the
yeah.
last few days, the last week really, like in the 70s. And yesterday was actually, it reached the 80s, which is insane for us around here this time of year. But tomorrow, it's actually, thankfully, today it dropped back to the 70s, and tomorrow it's supposed to actually be down into the 60s, I think. Like I said, a little bit chance of rain, but whatever. We're still gonna, brave it and do what we gotta do. But yeah, I want to hear if you guys. Okay, wait a minute. Robert Patterson has checked in. Our buddy from Set Jetter.
I'm seeing pumpkin pop.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. New favorite are those pumpkin Pop-Tarts. Okay, so bad for you, but can't stop eating. Hey, I hear you on the Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, you love those.
Yeah, they're one of my weaknesses too. But I need to get the pumpkin ones. Yes, I've
See,
been.
other people carve their pumpkin early. My parents,
Oh,
we
yeah.
always carve ours like a week in advance. But you said your family, you guys just did them like the day of.
Yeah, but we didn't always in our family do as many as our family does now. So.
Oh, you mean each person just got one, or just the kids?
Yeah, or maybe even just one for the 4 of us back in the
Really?
day. Maybe, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah. Awesome. Vibes carved pumpkins this past Sunday.
Mhm,
All right,
that's what I said.
that's
Yeah,
good to get a head
awesome.
start.
And see, I'm doing the gutting, so you will be ready.
That's right.
I do all the head work, the prep work to set you up for a nice, successful day.
Yes.
And Halloween night is the only night that I ever wear a mask.
Yeah.
Because usually I'm so tired, I'm like, please don't let me see anybody I know. So I pick one
Right.
off the wall. I might be Allison this year. I see that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you'll let me
we've
cut
got,
the tags
we've got
off,
the Corey
some I
analysis.
can't
Yeah.
cut the tags off of.
Yeah, well, those we had to cut the tags off to shoot a proper showcase video. So
Okay, so that means I could maybe do
yeah,
that one.
oh yeah,
And people won't recognize me because now I have purple hair,
that's true.
semi-accidentally,
Right.
purposely.
Right.
Well-
Well, before you go, did you want to talk about your favorite kill? Because
Okay.
we played the clip earlier of all the men behind the mask panel
Uh-huh.
from H45, where they all talked about their own favorite kills that they performed. And of
Yep.
course, everybody knows mine. It's See Anything You Like.
Still?
Yeah. Yeah. But what's yours?
Well, it's funny because we've met and interviewed so many Michaels now, and I do have like a top 2, but my number 1 for sure, which is funny because we're the closest with them, is Dick Warlock. Halloween 2, the boiling scene.
Yes.
When the nurse
hot
gets
tub.
boiled, I'm like, oh, I
Right.
mean, stab me 100 times, don't boil me. Like,
Yeah.
do you ever drop a little hot water on your skin? It's awful. So
Yeah.
yeah, that one for sure is number 1. And then I'm thinking, remember when James, our other friend, like stomped on the head and like smashed that guy's head?
Oh, Sartain,
Yeah.
Dr. Sartain's head.
Yeah, and my
stomping,
sister
yes.
was in the movie theater and somebody threw up. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that is pretty brutal. So.
yeah, definitely.
But
yeah,
you
that's
like
a good
that-
one too.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many, but it's funny though, like my favorite 2 happen to be not my favorite Michaels, but the ones we know the best so
Mhm.
far.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, those are 2 great ones.
yep. Definitely don't want to die by boiling.
No.
Anyways, speaking of boiling, I gotta heat up the stove and get the chili going, and I've
Awesome.
got 5 more pumpkins to do, so.
Awesome.
And yeah, I think I'm gonna just wing the lips tomorrow. Just wing the lips.
Okay.
So.
Sounds good.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Hope you have a
Great
great
so
day.
far.
Thank you. And yeah, you'll know if we have a good time when you wake up tomorrow and you look in the mirror and like half your face.
Well,
is
this
like
is
my
fine.
face.
It's like a female Two-Face, you know. I mean, you know what a Batman fan I am.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh, should I paint myself up extra for you?
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, Lady Yellow. Bye, guys.
All right. And the crowd goes wild. Ah. I need like a crowd effect. Like. Oh, man. So, as you can see, Halloween is upon us here at HGN headquarters out here on the outer rim of North Carolina. Kill Devil Hills to be exact. And yeah, we hope you are going to enjoy this greatest day of the year. And like I said, a big part of Halloween Daily is Halloween's every day. Like that's why I don't get too caught up on like the whole countdown to the day and stuff too much. But all that being said, October 31st is a special day. It's kind of a holy day for us. It's definitely, you know, it's our day. It's our time. And yeah, there's a lot of tourists in town for our day. They come and they don't live it every day like some of us do, and that's fine and that's good. And we're gonna welcome them, just like we're gonna welcome all those trick or treaters to our house. And know that come tomorrow, November 1st, it's still Halloween for us. It's still Michael Myers Monday for us, for that matter. And you know, forevermore, right? But for everybody else, this is the day where we get to, the whole world, or at least the whole country, in our case, gets to enjoy this. So this has been fun. I'm going to turn over here to the live chat one more time, take a few more sips of my Michael Myers Mango Twist, and then I'm going to get out of here and go carve some pumpkins. A couple pumpkins while I'm watching a Halloween movie or two before bed. I don't know. What should I watch tonight? I don't know. 78, H2. I don't know. What should I watch? Some H4, some HK. I don't know. You guys, tell me what you're watching tonight. Mike says, nice makeup, Sue. Thank you. I'll tell her. Awesome. Yes, David. Happy Halloween. Yes, sir. Robert says be sure to watch the big giveaway at 9 tomorrow night. I love that. All right, AC, man. Happy Halloween. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate all your support, man. Yes, Teen Wolf. You are still, yes, you're still 3 hours away from official Halloween, but that's okay because you know that we are in the future, and so you're gonna make it there. Yeah, I should come back like in the what was it, New Year's Evil? And is that the one where the killer is killing in every time zone? As it hits midnight, he kills in every time zone. Yeah, we should come back and do a countdown soon. I jump on here for every time zone. We've already missed the ones that hit ahead of us, like Alex Jagova. You know, she's 7 hours ahead of us, which is crazy. You know, her Halloween's already, you know, she's already eating lunch on Halloween afternoon. Of course, they don't really celebrate Halloween in Bulgaria, but that's another story. Watch that interview. Thanks, Josh, for hanging out. Appreciate you, man. Tim, 50s in South Texas. There we go. That's a little chilly. Yeah, 60s and 70s is perfect. Because I like to, you know, I traditionally go as Michael in our neighborhood, and we go where like everybody in like the extended neighborhood and pretty much everybody in our town of Kildare Hills goes to this one area, and it's crazy. And I actually drove around there tonight, me and my son did, and I shot a little bit of video on my phone. I've been meaning to do it, and again, it might be raining tomorrow, so I wanted to get some footage tonight. I didn't have my good camera, but I had my phone, and I'll be sharing it maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, but just kind of some neighborhood drive-bys, because there's a couple houses here in our area that, I mean, we go fairly big. I mean, again, we don't have a ton of stuff, but we go as big as we can. But there were some houses that really went all out this year, and one of them in particular has like a ton of animatronics. Actually, two of them had like just a ton of the big 12-foot and bigger animatronics and stuff. So I got some good fun footage, just kind of drive-by footage this evening of that. Wow, City Kitty, over 200 trick-or-treaters through your neighborhood. So it's going to be DoorDash for you. Yeah, I hear you. I love that, Robert, that you mimic Lori and the kids doing the ooh, walking the pumpkin around as you're, yeah. Keep the tradition alive. I like that. Yeah, City Kitty, we love your decorations. Your setup looks awesome. Very impressive. And please keep tagging us tomorrow. Tag us in your stuff. If you're in costume, I want to see it. I want to repost it and share it with our audience. Tag us on whatever social media. That's mainly what we'll be doing tomorrow and the next day. Because, I mean, yeah, we get tagged by so many things. People that watch here on Mondays, people that don't even. But, wow, 45 to 55 tomorrow in Tennessee. Yeah, it's going to be chilly for y'all. Yeah, we don't get a ton of kids here at our house at all. Our street is, like I said, our whole town is such a weird thing. Everybody goes to like this. It's this one kind of neighborhood area, and for us, I mean, it's a little bit too far to walk, but it's like not even a 2-minute drive from our house, and we go and we park, and we've been doing it since our son. You know, since he wasn't even walking, and we were like pulling him around in a wagon the first time he went trick-or-treating. Vibe says, then again, Scream 6 takes place on Halloween. Yes, it does. It's qualified. It's a Halloween movie for sure. Andromeda H2 for anniversaries. I like it. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate you. I'll tell Sue, thank you. AC says H2 is his annual Halloween night movie, most nostalgic. Yeah, I mean, it's something about H2 that just... It doesn't even have a ton of Halloween atmosphere itself, you know what I mean? Like, I agree with you guys, H6 and H4 have, and probably Kills have the most Halloween atmosphere. But there is something about H2, warm and nostalgic, for sure. For sure. All right. Well, as you guys could see, we've got pumpkins to carve. And thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. I'm just reading some of these comments. Yes, I'm glad you guys look forward to the Mondays. And again, I mean, with all this news we got this month, franchise isn't going anywhere, so Michael Myers Monday Live isn't going anywhere. We're going to keep it going. You know, it's not always going to be every single week necessarily, but give or take, we'll be here every week. I've got still plenty more fun stuff coming from H45. I've got unboxings we haven't done yet related to this franchise that are coming. All that's going to be coming up in the next few weeks. Lots of fun, cool stuff to look forward to, and then outside the franchise, of course, there's always lots of fun, cool Halloween-related stuff. Moving right into November, specifically, we've got, like I said, I can look here and see a few unboxings, like 3 of them we haven't even done yet, and they're going to be coming your way soon. There's going to be exclusive interviews, lots more, all kinds of fun, cool stuff. So you're going to want to stick around for that. Last thing we'll do, we did shout outs earlier, but I do want to acknowledge these 2 posts from John Carpenter and Jamie Lee Curtis honoring the 45th anniversary. John's very simple, happy 45th, to a little movie we made called Halloween. And classic shot of him with PJ, with John, with that jack-o'-lantern. That's a Kim Gottlieb Walker photo from her book, On Set with John Carpenter. And then, of course, Jamie Lee Curtis herself did post her own tribute. 2 photos, these 2 photos. This one here, of course, taken on the occasion of the release of the 2018 Halloween. This another Kim Gottlieb Walker classic from the set of the original 78. Jamie Lee Curtis said in her post on Instagram on October 25th, the 45th anniversary of the theatrical release of the original Halloween. She said, 45 years ago today, a 17-day shoot, no budget horror film Halloween set in Haddonfield, Illinois, where a young babysitter, Laurie Strode, met the man who would terrorize her and her community, was released. It was written by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill and directed and scored by John Carpenter and a motley crew of young independent filmmakers who slammed together for an intense 3 weeks in 1978. Little did any of us know that 45 years later, we would be retelling that same simple story for good versus evil, and that it would give birth to a feminist icon of the final girl. This movie and Laurie Strode gave me my career that I continue to get to have because of her. Pretty damn awesome. And we're all celebrating that milestone, that 4.5 decade milestone. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for participating. Thank you all for an awesome killer year of Michael Myers Mondays. Lots more fun stuff to come. Don't think there's any end in sight, because it's not. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep doing this, and we want you to be along for the ride. If you're watching this on a replay, drop us a comment down below. Even if you're watching this live, drop us a comment down below. That helps with the algorithms and all that stuff. All of you regulars who I call the Triple M crew, our friends. You guys mean everything to us. We love you. Thank you so much for hanging out and for giving us your time and your attention. Happy Michael Myers Monday, and there's not much more important than that, but the one thing that might be is happy Halloween, because it is officially Halloween 2023, everybody. Celebrate accordingly, starting now. Welcome to it. This is it. Happy Halloween, everybody, and happy Michael Myers Monday. I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News and for Sue Arts. Thank you all for watching. Happy Halloween.